Hello everybody and welcome again to another Banter Blitz session with me, Lawrence Trent. Glad to be with all of you guys on this beautiful Monday afternoon. Well, it's beautiful here. I don't know about where you guys are, but gorgeous weather in Hamburg, and what a great time to play a bit of Blitz with our beloved premium users. All you have to do is challenge me, 3-minute games please, and I'll be commentating on a few of them. So we can have a lot of fun, and those of you who beat me, well, it's not that difficult nowadays, but those of you who beat me, humiliate me to the maximum, if possible, please. I need it. I need to be brought back down to earth. So let's play. I'm gonna start from. Oh, we're gonna. There's a guy called Solomon here. I don't know who he is. That's a 5-minute game though, Solomon. If you can change that to a 3-minute, that would be great. I'll play Discover Chess first. Discover Chess was the first challenge I received today, and oh, that's not loading. Okay, here we go. Discover Chess from Norway. This is Johan Sebastian Christiansen, another very talented Norwegian junior, already a FIDE master, and probably going to give me a good old spanking in the first game, which seems to be pretty usual. So, Discover Chess, waiting for him to move. My rating has come crashing down to 25.54. Here we go. And d4, knight f6, c4. Okay, c5. Also aggressive. He's probably going to play the Benko. Yeah, we'll take the pawn. We don't care. Now we'll play a tricky system, f3. f3 against the Benko is something I prepared for myself quite recently with black. Queen a7. That's an interesting move. I don't recall seeing that guy. Queen c7 or queen d8 are more normal. But queen a7. So what's going on here? My first instinct is to play a4, ba3, rook a3, queen b7 takes, knight b6, win the bishop. But maybe that's not too much. Let's play a4. I mean, you never know about this move, but now I've got the passed a pawn. Now I feel a lot better about my life. Now I feel like I should be better somehow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to develop quite normally, but I have got a passed a pawn, which in the future could be reasonably. Now I really want to sack this rook. I'm just going to do it because I'm in that kind of mood. He can take it. That's fine. Have it. Have it. I want him to take it. I just want something exciting today. If he takes it, queen takes, then I get loads of compensation. Loads of it. I don't think he's going to take it. I've just got a feeling he's going to ignore it. He's going to castle or do something. If he castles, of course, I'm just going to castle. Because if he takes, he's got to play f6, then I can play f4. Yeah, castles. He can still take it if he likes. I'll pre-move. But I don't think he's going to take it. Nah. Probably a sensible idea not to. But now I have to do something. Now I'm gonna get out of the way. Rook c1. Just giving some support to this knight. Knight e5. So I can take this guy. Bishop takes. And my idea is that I can now play bishop c4. And if bishop takes, I've got rook takes. So I keep the pawns nice and together on the queen side. And now I wanted to play in the center. He's going to play with knight b6. So I have to be wary of that. And then maybe he wants to go c4 himself. So I have to be a tiny bit. Yeah, I have to be careful here. Alright, so. Okay, let's go f4. Let's go. And we'll come back with the rook. Now he might go knight b6 anyway. He's gone c4 straight away. Now I wasn't too concerned about this. It's check. God. It's check. That's bad news. I completely missed it was check. It's amazing if I get away with this. Okay. So Yeah, now he's got a monster over here on c3. I've managed to pin a knight. Not sure how much that's going to help my cause. I'm much, much worse now. We can take this knight and go e5. At least we've blocked his bishop out. c4, okay, and knight d4. And now my knight's coming to c6. And I've got a blockade at least. At least I've got a blockade here. Maybe rook b1 straight away. Now I'm threatening the b pawn. And the only good news about my position is that his bishop is well and truly out of the game, at least for the minute. Any rook b8 runs into knight c6. c2 I can play knight takes c2. Oh, I missed it was check. First game warming up. First game warming up. All right. I'm caught up on time as well, so this move has really stumped him somewhat. Where's he going to go? Where is he going to go? Come on, Discover Chess. Come on. He's taking it. Okay, rook takes. Now what's he going to do? Oh. Well, he's only got 20 seconds. Rook a4. Alright, so knight c6. What's going on? He might want to go c2 or something. Rook a8. Okay. Do we give a check first and then go knight c6? Then he's got rook a1. That's his idea. Rook takes b4, rook a... Let's go rook takes b4. That's the sensible move. Yep. King f8. I'm going to play g3 just because, yeah, I expected something like that. f6, but now we've got that covered. Rook c1, takes. Let's bring the king in. Oh my, I've got to be fast. I've got to be fast. Oh my goodness, it's a draw, but oh my, he left his rook. That's so annoying. He left his rook on pre. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go. Oh, I lost on time. Too slow. Alright, thank you, Discover Chess, for that game. That was an interesting game. I was doing alright, and then I botched it, and then, yeah. And then I botched it again. Alright, let's play Adam657. Adam657 from Russia, no less. Got white again, not that it does me much good. Okay, e4. We got a Sicilian. And we've got, let's see what Sicilian, we probably get a Najdorf, as you do, and I'll play this h3 system. e5 is a classical reply, knight d2, bishop e6. This has all been seen many times. I'm going to play with g3. You can play with g4 as well, but this is absolutely fine. Bishop g2, knight d7. I'll put the knight on d5. He'll take it, no doubt. And I like this knight d5 move. I don't think it's theoretical, actually, but I like it in this system, in the Najdorf. Yeah. Knight b6. No threats. So maybe just b3 and c4 here. Is that so bad? I like b3. Whenever you put the knight on b6, play b3. That's my advice to all you youngsters out there. The knight feels a bit... Oh. I think he's... Oh my... It's amazing I don't actually lose a piece. I wanted to play bishop takes d5 and the mouse went. I've got a terrible mouse today. What's going on? This is a much better mouse. Oh, goodness me. I've got a feeling this is going to be a bad session, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Alright, I'm a pawn down. But I would have won with this mouse before. I thought the other mouse was so slow. Alright. Yeah, my position's really bad. But What can I do? Alright, so I'm a pawn down. The only good thing going for me is that I've got some sort of like squared, not blockade, but control. So I'm not losing immediately, which is always, well, that move is strong, I think. So he takes knight d5. He's got bishop a3 check. Maybe I'll go knight d5 immediately. What happens if I go knight d5 immediately? He can go queen d6. Now I'm going to go takes f4. I believe. Ah, okay, so he took this. At least I can come back to... Alright. Now he's got to do something with the rook. He's going to try and exchange rooks. See, this position would be amazing if I had a pawn on e4. I just don't have a pawn on e4, that's the problem. I mean, I feel like I should probably exchange rooks, but I'm just going to do... Oh, now he's let me back in. He's fell for a tactic there. That's decent. That's good news. I feel a bit sad, because I did want to win a piece in the opening, but my mouse slipped. Alright. Bit of a lucky break that I needed, but a lucky break nonetheless. And this one is pretty simple to convert because his pieces are passive, and yeah, some smiley faces in the chat there from Adam. He'll go king g7. Now it's just a question of mopping up some pawns. Win the a pawn first. And this is simple. Yeah, unlucky Adam. Alright, let's go to the next challenge. And we've got Y. And I'm saying, why not? Y. Rated 1910. Premium. I've got white again. I don't know what's happening today. Getting a lot of whites. We'll go with d4. Y. Where are you? Why? We don't know where he's from. Why don't we know where he's from? Only Y knows. Okay, seems as though Y is no longer with us. We'll have to abort that one. Let's see what other challenges we've got here. Jeor. 2184 rated from the United Kingdom. No less. Jeor, are you there? Gusti is playing today, my partner in crime, Jan Gustafsson. Playing at the, I believe it's called the, I can find out in fact, Portomano tournament, and you can watch his games. He's playing against Mr. Axel Rombaldoni. All you have to do is go, as you can see right of this board, you can see Watch Live. And under Watch Live, you can click on the 7th International Festival Portomano. And Gusti's on 2 out of 2. Had a good start. And won yesterday. Now I'm playing a line which... It's a really interesting line. It's this all the rage. It's a Benko without. It's a Benko without capturing on a6 straight away. I still think white should be better, but nevertheless, it does lead to some interesting play. Now we've got a sort of more of a main line Fianchetto Benko, where, well. The position is... I always feel like this particular line is fine for black. White hasn't got any good discovered jumps with this knight because the pawn on a2 is always hanging. And yeah, this kind of stuff is pretty normal. The question is, do I now go knight e5? Takes, b3 will undoubtedly come because knight c4 is a serious threat. And then I always thought the idea was to go queen a3. Yeah. And if bishop c1, queen back to a5, and I do have a draw. The question is, that's not really what I want, is it? White doesn't really have any other way to improve his position apart from bishop c1 here. So, queen a5, he might go bishop d2. Oh, he's gone to b2 now. Okay. Well, I'm not sure about the bishop, because now I think I have c4. Well, I have c4 in a lot of lines, but now I certainly have c4. With the queen on a5 and the bishop on d2, a lot of the time, he does have some discovers as soon as I make this move. But my idea, okay, so knight e4. So a move like that may have been more troublesome. I've also got queen takes a2 here. Why can't I play that? I am going to play that. The point is, if he goes rook a1, I've got queen takes b3. And if knight c3, queen takes b3. I mean, I've just won a pawn. And the great thing about the Benga is when you win your pawn back, you are almost always better because your structure is so much better. The Benga structure is just absolutely fantastic despite being a pawn down. So yeah, Alejandro Ramirez, a big exponent of this. Queen c3. Okay, well that's a horrible move. Just rook takes b3. And I'm going to win this one. Queen d4, I've got a number of moves. Knight f3 check wins the queen immediately. And if queen c1, well, queen d2, well, probably just about anything wins. I think I'm going to take on b2 twice, knight f3 check, and that's more or less over. c3 also probably wins. Bishop takes c3. Can I play queen b1 there? Rook b1, rook b1, bishop f1. And then knight f3 check. E takes f3. Bishop takes f1. I mean, that's so cute. And if c3, you can play knight takes c3. That's knight c4, knight takes a2. No, c3, knight. If I go c3, knight takes c3 is a shot. So I'm just going to have to go with the slightly boring winning the technical stuff. And this is totally winning. Pawn up, 2 bishops. And also I'm really advancing c3, c2 very quickly. I mean, it's almost impossible to stop. Bishop d1, bishop d3 is end of game. Yeah, it's just finished. It's just completely over. So, unlucky there, Joe. But, yeah. You can resign now. Yeah. Thank you. All right, let's keep on going through these guys. Let's play Solomon. Now, Solomon is an international master. And it's Johan Solomon, one of these, again, group of Norwegian guys who are all very good and all very young. And waiting for Johan to move. I'm going to have to be a bit quicker. Because against Mr. Christiansen, who I believe is watching us, believe it or not, Johan Christiansen is, there you can see at the bottom of your screen, young guy. Waiting for Mr. Solomon, give him a few more seconds. So it's really thanks to Magnus Carlsen and what he's done for the game. I don't know what I'm going to play today, but against this guy, I have no idea. I'm just going to play Dragon. Don't really ever play Dragons. I might play Dragadorf, actually. That's what I'm going to play. This is called the Dragadorf. It's a mixture between a dragon and an Eidorf. And you play a6, b5 really quickly. And the point is that you delay the development of the g7 bishop, because if he ever goes h4 and h5, well, you don't ever get hit by a bishop h6. So I think you can play h4, h5 against in these systems. Now I'm just going to continue with my normal dragon stuff. But he's got to make a decision as to whether he's going to play g4 or not. I'm not sure he can play g4 with the bishop on b7. I'm not sure he can do that. Probably the best move is something like bishop g4. Well, f4. Well, that is surprising. Because now I thought I could go knight c4, takes, queen takes, e5. I'm going to play knight c4, takes, queen takes. And if he goes e5, well, he's leaving. I've got, you know, takes, knight e4. Takes. I've also just got knight e4 straight away. But what's wrong with takes, or even knight d5 I've got? And then he's got b3 at the end. So knight e4 takes, ed, and d5. I kind of want to go knight e4 straight away. I don't know why I want to do that, but I just do. Ed, because I wanted to put my pawn on d5. I wanted to keep the d file shut. And I've got this guy, yeah, b3, maybe just queen back to c7. And, okay, f5, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Maybe just bishop g7. And now I want a castle, takes, alright. Now I've also got the option of playing bishop takes g6, because f takes g6 runs into knight e6, does it? So I think we have to play bishop takes. And, okay, rook h1 now. The question is, do I castle long or short? See, castling long also makes a lot of sense. I'm going to castle short, bishop h6 is what I'm calculating. Bishop takes d4, bishop takes f8, bishop c3. Aha. Oh, but then he's got queen takes d4. I'm going to castle long. I'm not sure about that move, but I feel like my king is actually slightly safer on this side of the board. Bishop g5, rook e8. Okay. And now he's got to work out what he's doing against c2. I've got two absolutely magnificent bishops in this position. Bishop e3. Okay. So now I can go king b7 with the idea of putting a rook on c8. And I don't really see what his next move is. Well, that is extremely ambitious in my opinion, to play that a4. I think I can just take, check, put the king on a8. What's his idea? Queen takes a4. Queen b7. Did I miss bishop takes d4 there? Maybe. Probably not. And now I've got knight f5. What? Why can't I take that? What's going on? Sorry, I don't understand anything. Oh, he just wants to play that, but surely that's no good. Rook e6. Rook d7. I've even got takes. I've got rook takes e3 here. That could just end the game. Rook takes e3. Come on. What's he doing now? Because take on e1 is, so he has to take on e3. And then I play bishop takes d7, and it's all over. I've got two extra pieces, all but over. Queen c4, bishop b5, protect f7, queen f4. Any move, rook c8. I've just got to be quick because I'm down on the clock. Rook g3, queen c6 because I'm threatening c2. Queen f5, queen f6. Oh my god, I've just dropped the rook. That sucks so much. Oh my god, that's so gross. Oh, I played so well. Oh, and he wants to flag me as well. He's going to check. He's just going to come. Oh, God. Just so gross. Oh, I just dropped the rook. Oh, this game. Why do we play it? Why do we play it? All right, let's go to another one. Maharishi. Maharishi. From England. Brian Sullivan. All right. Brian Sullivan, if you're there. I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep after that one. Oh. How could I drop a rook? I managed to weather the storm. Devastated. Devastated. All right, Maharishi. Are you there, Maharishi? Okay, he's not there. We'll go to another game. We will choose... Who can we choose? Play a few guys on here. I recognise their names, so I won't choose too many of them. Let's try this guy. K-Storm 27. From the United States of America. Howdy, partner. As they say in not so many parts. K-Storm 27, are you there? Yes. French defense. Tarash, look at my series on Chess 24. If you're a premium member like K-Storm, you will see that I have a really new series on this opening. And it's an opening that I've had a lot of success with over the years. So I'll play a mainline French Tarash. And he's played a variation which is a bit passive with bishop e7, not really taking... Yeah, and now what's he going to do against knight f4? That's my question. How do you protect e6? Has to go knight b6. See, really he should be taking on d4. Now the question is, do I take... See, I can take on f6 now, and if bishop takes f6, I might have d takes c5. So what's he doing now against this? He's got no squares for his knight, apart from back on d7, after which I've got knight takes e6. So that's pretty disastrous for K-Storm. He probably has to try e5. But then I can take on b6, take on f4. Or do I even play knight h5? I mean, I've got a lot of moves here. I think I should just take, and if he takes on f4, take on a7. Oh, he wants to do it like this. But now I've got, can you guess it, ladies and gentlemen? Cha-ching! Knight takes d5. That would be a nice little tactics trainer exercise, because now after queen side, whoops, I win the queen. Nice little trick there. Thank you very much, K-Storm. Much appreciated. Let's keep on going. Pedro 24 is a 5-minute game. No 5-minute games, please. Just 3 minutes. We've got Axel Banzeas from Romania. My goodness, he's young. He's probably going to thrash me. Romanian youngster Axel Banzeas, e4. We'll play something a bit offbeat. He'll play like this. I'm going to advance my flank pawns and... he's played with a3. That's made me happy. a3 in this line isn't so good. You have to be a bit more proactive in the centre, a bit more... Yeah, well, this certainly I'm very happy about. Take with the knight. Okay. So what happens after knight f6? e5. Takes, yeah. Knight h6. What about e6 and f5? Knight h6. Knight h6. I didn't want to play knight f6 because of e5, and I don't like getting hit by that move. And I'd rather provoke him to play f5 here. But now he's put the queen on e2, there's not really a threat. So, okay, bishop d2. I'll castle. He'll put a rook to d1 or e1. c1, I think that's probably a mouse slip. We can put a rook to c8. He can put the other rook to d1 if he wants. And the question is, how am I at b4? Okay. Well, now I can take and play something like Can I play d5? d5 feels right. d5 feels right. Maybe e5 followed by d5, but e5, f5. So here I'm threatening... Right, now I've got even d4. Question is, I don't want to lock my... Let's play d4, knight e4. That's the problem. Then he's coming to c5. Okay, what about f6? Can I do that? e6. He might play d4 himself here. After which I'll probably go queen b6. As soon as he goes... Oh, knight d4. I didn't expect that. Now he's threatening knight e6. So queen b6, bishop e3, takes... Bishop takes, knight e6. I'm going to go queen b6. If he goes bishop e3, I'm just going to take it. I know he's got knight f5, but I've always got d4. Any knight move, I've got d4. And if he takes, I've got rook takes f1, even in some positions. So what's he going to do? Take back, rook f1. If he goes queen f1, I've got knight g4. If he goes king f1, I've got bishop takes e5. So let's not highlight the board, but actually take a rook off. Rook takes f1, I've also got rook takes c3. So king takes f1 really looks like the yellow, and bishop takes e5. And now I've also got queen f6 check. So any fancy knight moves, I've got queen f6 check at the end, and I think I'm probably winning. Well, knight f3. Just queen f6 should be good enough. Yeah. Pinning the knight, and if d4, bishop f4, so that I don't lose my h6 knight. Well, okay, he can take. I'll take here. And have I just blundered? I think I've just blundered. Oh, I think he could have taken on c3 on e5. It's amazing. Just amazing. Well, he can win this e7 pawn, but okay. Queen d7, e5, or e6 even. Which one? Probably this one, no? Queen d8, king g7. The reason I didn't play e5 is at least now my bishop can come back. And okay, now I have to play a bit more quickly, but I don't. Let's go h6, give some breathing room for the king. Bishop e7. Now I want to go now I want to go e5, because now I've got e4 coming, and he's got no checks. E4 is a bit of a. I can still go e4 because then I can also go bishop a8. Let's do... Oh my goodness, I thought... I did just blunder the bishop. That's just unbelievable. Oh my god, now I'm worse. Now I'm a bit worse. Okay, let's go. Okay, maybe I'm not worse. Maybe I'm a bit better. Oh, he's just blundered his knight. That is unlucky for him. That is unlucky for the young man. Thanks, Axel. Good game. Really good game. Was in trouble. I think I was winning, and then yeah. Let's really play. Let's have a bit of a challenge here. Grandmaster Alexander Fear from Brazil. I was with you, wasn't I, Alex, a few weeks ago in Mallorca. I remember we were having a nice drink by the sea. Now it's time to, well, d4, c5. He's gonna try and flag me. I'm gonna have to really concentrate to beat this guy. He's very, very good, as you can all imagine. e4, d6. And I don't really know what setup to play against him here. Let's give a check. Giving a check is always a good idea. Knight bd7, a4. The reason I play a4 like this is because now after knight f3, castles, let's say castles, a6, bishop e2, knight e8. Okay, so he wants a knight e5. He can play knight e5. He wants knight c7 as well. But now I think I'm going to go bishop to c4. And if he goes a6, I've got queen d3. Ah, queen d3, b5 is a bit of a trap, is it? Okay, so let's go bishop g5. He's still not threatening. Now he's threatening, and now I can go queen d3, can I not? b5 takes, knight takes. Looks fine. Knight b6, okay. And if I go knight to d2, I don't mind giving up this bishop, I don't think. As long as, because after takes b5, knight a5. Or takes b5, takes, knight a5. Bishop d7, now a5. Okay, and if he takes, he might want to go bishop b5 here. Yeah. After which I can take. He can go a takes. He can go a takes, but I'm not sure. I think he's going to go knight takes. He went a takes. And now, if I go... Ah, my pawn on b2 is hanging. Damn. That's really annoying. That's very, very, very annoying. Okay, now I'm in big trouble. Now I need some serious help. Okay, I think I have to go for it. f4. He might want to go c4. Queen d2. I'm not sure about c4. He wanted to go bishop d4 check. I saw the idea. Knight a8. That's probably a very good move. So if I go takes, rook b1, queen d7. I might win this b pawn actually. If I'm really lucky. c3. Okay, queen d3. Yeah, you can take. And queen a2, queen b3. And I've got to hurry up because he's a minute ahead on the clock already. Check. Okay. Might go f6, queen f2. Okay. Queen back to d3 maybe. Yeah. h6, rook f1. And then rook f1 and bishop takes e7. Let's go. Queen c5, bishop takes e7, rook e8, bishop back to h4. I'm in business. It's business time. He might go queen d2. I just have to assess. Queen d2 takes, and he's got the passed d pawn. So queen d2, maybe I have to take on d2, takes, bishop takes e7, rook c8. No, he's done this. Okay, here, rook e8, bishop h4, b5. Okay, rook b1, b4. I should have gone bishop f2 there probably. And now I need bishop g3. Yes. I didn't really... I should have gone bishop f2 first. That was a stupid inaccuracy. Now I've gone passive. That said, I have got a good bishop. Rook e8. Okay. I want to go e5. Let's go e5. Let's go rook b1. I want to go e5 at some moment. He's fixing his pawns on good squares. I want to... Okay. Rook d1 maybe. Didn't understand bishop d4. Now let's go e5. Take d6, d7. Rook e1. Let's go. b3, c takes b3. And I'm okay. Let's go. c2. Okay, e5, rook c1, rook c8 is very strong, no? e5, let's go. Takes, e6, have I got any? E takes f7, followed by, or f5 here. Oh my goodness, I'm going to sack the rook. I'm going to sack the rook, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sacking that rook. Bishop takes c1. Okay, g7 must be the move. Bishop takes c1, queen g6, let's go. Queen g6, queen c7, bishop takes d6, no, queen takes h5. Oh, I've lost it. He's got queen takes g7. That's a shame. e7. Queen e6 check. Queen f7. Let's give a check. It's all but over. Yeah, it's unfortunate. At some moment I was all right. At some moment I was just about all right. Thanks, Alex. for the lesson. Felt like I missed something there. It'd be nice to look over that. All right. Who we got next? Tobu. Tobu 97. Tobu 97. Are you there? I wonder where I could have had something. I felt like after E5, E6 and F5. Maybe I should have taken on F7 first, then F5. Easy to say when you've got 0 seconds on your clock. We're going to play a Mora Gambit reversed. Do not try this at home, ladies and gentlemen. It is trash of the highest level. You're playing a Mora Gambit reversed. The Mora Gambit, when it's not reversed, is at best dubious. Reversed must be close to losing, you would have thought. But, you know, I've got knight b4 already, and maybe life is okay. Maybe life is alright. d4, okay, I can take that and play queen takes. And, well, I'm probably alright. I'm threatening mate on f2, so he has to do something. Queen e2, check. Looks like a legitimate move to me. Followed by bishop e3. Looks more than legitimate, actually. Looks like it could be a nightmare. Oh, he went there straight away. I'm kind of happy about that, because now I can take check. Probably has to go rook take. Well, king takes. This has gone terribly wrong for him. Now, do I take on e3 first? Probably, right. We take on e3. We give a check. We castle long with check. And we win the game. Somehow. Just going to get all my pieces centralized. I'm really playing with sort of instinct rather than calculating this game. I know I want my rooks there. I know that if he takes on g4, I play knight hg4, gaining a tempo. So he might play h3, but then I've got bishop. Well, rook c1, it is a move, but let's just get out the way of the c file. He might have been threatening some nasty discovered down the c file. Black's better. That's the point. He might even be winning. He might even be winning. Because now if I go takes, knight d5, he can't defend the e3 pawn. So I'm just going to do that. You can play king takes, but no. I'm just going to play very simple, boring chess. This probably wasn't even the most accurate, to be honest, because rook f1, rook d1 might be slightly bothersome. No, I have to take this check, then come back with the rook, probably to e7. Because now if he goes rook c2, rook c2, rook d7, knight e5. Why didn't I go back to e8 like my instinct told me? I'm just have to do this. Knight e5, rook d6. And the position is just completely drawn, isn't it? I'm lucky to even have this. I'm lucky to even have this. I'm going to try to win this game, though. Even though this is, of course, a complete draw. I'm going to try and win. Because I've got rook d2 check already is something that he has to think about. My king's a bit more... Well, he's just given a pawn there, so now it is winning. Now it's completely winning. a3, a5. And, yeah, this is winning. a4 will create a passer. We've also got rook b3, so if he goes king e5, rook b3 is strong. Rook b3 anyway. Check. I can even just come here. Rook g8. And I should be much faster. So something like this. Yeah, and I queen my pawn. Check. Queen the pawn, and that's it. Might even bring my king over, just to show. Oh, he's done that. That's a shame. Now I've got to be careful that I don't stalemate him here. God, what am I doing? Oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? I want to go rook a5 followed by... Is this a draw? No, can't be a draw. Rook g8, that's the saving move. I'll take with check. Whew. That's the saving move. Nearly completely bungled it. Didn't even need the queen. Thank you very much, Toba. Oh my goodness. Well. Abrito 99. I don't think I've played this chap. Ruben. Ah, I have played him. I'll play him again. Ruben. Hello, Abrito 99. Going well so far, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Managed to lose a few, win a few. Such is life. D4, knight f6. We'll play my old school line, the Trompovsky. Of course, I've done a series on this. Check it out. But I'm going to play a slightly different move order. I'm going to play a Veresov with g6. I actually had this game against none other than Yevgeny Tomaszewski. Those were the days, back in, before he was 2750 and one of the world's best. I played him in the World Under-18 Championships. Can't quite remember where it was, but I do remember that it was, I was better for most of the game. And, well, as per usual, managed to botch it up successfully. Anyway, in this game, my idea is very simple. I'm going to checkmate this kid. Just going to checkmate him. I've got no doubt in my mind that this is going to end in checkmate. Yeah, he's playing classically. He's playing well. He wants to break in the center. Question is, let's go g4. He wants to go ed4, then I'm going to take on g7 and take on d4. Followed by a cheeky little g5 threat. He might go b4, and then I've got knight a4 or knight b1. I don't know, these positions, they can go either way. Either you can lose very... I've lost so many games with white in this system just because... Yeah, he took. So I'm going to take on g7. He's going to go king takes. I'm going to take on d4. And he's probably going to go c5 here. Because if not, g5 is coming. So he's gone queen b6. That was the other way of dealing with the threat. I want to keep queens on. I'm just gonna keep the queens on. I'm just a hacker, aren't I? No class. But now I might be threatening. Okay, so if h6 and g5, what's he doing? Let's go. Or do I take on g6 first? F takes g6 check. King g8 g5 check. Oh, this is very... I can take on g6, queen h6, so h, g, f, g, queen h6, king g8, g5, queen e3 check, king b1, knight h5. Then the standard idea would be to take on h5 and play g6, but my queen is pinned, so I could play rook d3, but then queen f4. It's all getting so complicated. And if I go h6 and g5, what's going on? Let's play it like this. His knight is lacking squares. That's the other thing you have to look at in this particular line. You can play knight h5. That is true. I really want to take this guy off so much. I'm going to do it. And now he wants to go queen e3 check exchange. Oh my goodness, my knight's hanging as well. That's really bad. That's bad news. Definitely don't have the right compensation. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I don't know what I'm going to do. E4, queen takes G1. Just go. I'm just going to sacrifice. Queen G1. I want to go bishop H3. Queen back, take, take. Let's go bishop H3. Where does he put the queen? Queen somewhere. I don't know. Queen C5. Ah, queen C5. Takes, take. Okay, queen C5. So if I go takes, takes, queen F6, he's then got queen F8. Yeah, this just hasn't worked. I'm going to take here. Quick. Let's see what he does. Okay, he can do this, but now what's happening after d takes c6? Knight f6, rook d8. Okay, I don't think this is clear at all now. Bishop takes h3, rook takes a8, and c7, c8. Or even knight d5, knight f6 is coming. Bishop b7. Yeah, can I take? Take. Then he's threatening mate. And if I go c7, c7, is that the move? Rook e8. Ah! I don't know what to do. I've also got knight d5. My goodness, I've got so many moves. Go for glory. Ah, I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. Takes. That's definitely the wrong move, but I'm going to do it anyway. I want to go c7 next move. Rook takes f3, c7. And I want to give a bishop g2 was my idea. If this works, I'll check. Bishop takes b7, let's go. I'm queening next move, hallelujah. It worked. Question is time. Bishop takes f3, quick, queen. Pre-move. Queen takes f8, he's got no moves. That's beautiful. Woo! Thank you very much, Abrito. Interesting game. Very nice game. Alright, let's continue. Oh no, this guy, I don't think no, I have to abort this. Not a premium member. Terrible enfant. Let's try Sinjor. Sinjor 1. From Belgium. Another premium member. Sinjor, if you're there. Please play a move. No moves from Sinjor. That last game was exciting, wasn't it? I wonder if bishop g2 in that final position is actually winning. Astonishingly, it might actually be winning. Because he has to keep the bishop on b7. Who knows what's happening. That's why we love Blitz, isn't it? Because it's fun and nobody knows. Okay, Sinjor is not there. Let's play somebody else. Fist and Antilles. Giuseppe Tenciati. Giuseppe Tenciati, are you there? Fist and Antilles. 2000. No idea what that's all about. Fist and Antilles, are you there? Are you there? Calling Fist and Antilles, are you there? Nope. Looks like Fist and Antilles is not there either. So we will try perhaps some more recent challenges. Mauritia I've already played. Test I've played before. Ember I've played before. Felix M. I don't think I've played this chap. Felix M. Who's this? Felix Meissner from Germany. Sorry?
You're white.
Oh. I was white. I've just been informed I was white in the last game. That's really bad. I will try and play that chap again. We're playing this silly looking wing attack again. Now the critical move is definitely to play e5, after which c5 leads to all kind of bad positions for black. Okay, well I get to play c5 anyway. I like it when they take on c5. You can play with queen e2 here. Yeah. What did I do last time? I put the knight on h6, didn't I? We'll try the same thing, shall we? If it works once, why shouldn't it work again? As soon as he puts the king on h1, my immediate reaction is put that bishop on b7. Knight d5, but now I can just go e6, can't I? Go back, go away. Or is he going to try something tricky like f5? No? Okay. I'm going to castle. He's going to go bishop d2. And now I really want to go f5 myself. I don't know if I want to do it here. Maybe I want to go b4 and a5. Also, yeah, b4 and a5. Now in some positions I want to take on d3. And I've also got d5 in the air. But I don't want to do that just yet. I want to go f5. That's really what I want to do. I can take on b2. What am I doing? Let's take that guy. Alright. Pawn's a pawn. Let's retreat. What's he doing? Well, he's going to have to play f5 or e5 at some point. But I don't believe any of it. Mr. Mice, well, he's gone f5. Okay, so now I want to take ef. Let's open up that diagonal. ef, okay. Rook e8 already looks decent. Rook e8 already looks decent. Knight takes d3 also looks very decent, followed by knight takes f5. Why can't I take on d3 and then just take on f5 with absolute impunity and say, okay, 2 pawns, 2 bishops, queen d3, knight f5. He'll go knight e4 or knight g4, one of these moves. But with what threat? Knight e4, rook e8. What's the threat? d6 is covered. He can never ever play g4. Bishop g5 he can play, but then I can even go queen, I don't know, b6. Knight f6, takes. Yeah, queen b6 is fine. Knight f6, yeah, he can try and play that, but what happens after takes? I just want to take it all off. Do I take on e1 first? Take on e1 and queen f, no, take. So if what do I want to do here? Let me just think. I've got bishop a6, what am I doing? I've got bishop a6. Does that just win? Rook e8, rook e8. And I'm covering h6, because normally you'd go queen d2 and queen h6, but I'm even covering that. And after queen d2 takes, I've got queen e3. I swap the queens off. It's all over. But it's never over in Blitz. It's the problem. Always a problem. Queen d5. All right, what's that about? He wants to go knight g5. Okay. Okay, so we're going to play a sneaky move now. We're going to offer a queen exchange. Queen c5. Because we don't mind if the rooks come off and we're still a pawn up with a dominating position. Aha, now he goes queen d2. But now I can take. I've got knight e3 followed by knight g4 as well, which could be very good. Knight e3 followed by knight g4 could be very good. And then he's got bishop d4. Knight d4. So knight takes f1, queen h6, but I've got an absolutely beautiful resource. Knight g3 check. Oh, here's one for the tactics trainer. Queen h6, knight g3 check. Oh, beautiful. Point is, h takes g3, I've got queen h5 check, exchanging the queens. And of course, king g1, well, this exchanges the queens. And knight b5, rook e6. Now it's just a question of not losing on time. I'm going to pick up the c2 pawn. Well, all but over. Just need to concentrate for 5 seconds. Can't even concentrate. cd4, rook b4 is my idea. We can just start mopping up easily here. Yeah, and we can just start the mop up operation. Just make sure that we don't get mated. Queen h1, queen e4 check is good. Check. Hopefully he'll let me deliver mate. No. All right, thanks Felix. That was an exciting game. All right, I'll try and play. It was Sinjor. Let's play. I'm sure it was Sinjor. Sorry, I was white and I was waiting for you to move. Let's play Sinjor with white. Sinjor, if you're there. Your move. That was fun, wasn't it? I'm sure I can see things a lot quicker playing this than when I'm actually sitting at the board. No move from Sinjor. Alright, so we gave him a chance. No Sinjor move. Let's have a look. Who else have we got here? Satirica. Satirica rated 2600 from Germany. We'll go E4. Bit old school. Satirica. E4, E5. Knight F3. Knight C6. And we'll go Bishop C4. Don't normally play this. Knight F6. And I really want to play Knight G5. D5 takes and B5. Alright. Bishop F1. This is all theory. Knight D4. It's what they all play. H6. That's interesting. I don't remember seeing that. Now the question is, do I take on F7 or do I take on C6? I think I have to take on F7 here, right? Take on C6. Bishop C5 is the move. And I'm probably going to get mated. Right? I'm probably just going to get mated in like 2 moves in this game. I'm going to take on B5. Maybe you can just take on F2 with check. Wouldn't surprise me if that's theory. I'm just completely busted, aren't I? Oh, Knight G4. Well, I was kind of hoping for that move in some way because I've got... First things first, do I want to go D4 first? I've also got Bishop C4 check. Let's just have a think here. Right, let's play D4. Let's just sack a pawn in order to get some pieces out. Right, now I want to give a check because he can't go Bishop E6 and he has to put the king on a bit of a weird square. Let's say king to E8. Okay, and now if I go bishop, if I go C3, wait a second. Okay, castles, bishop takes F2, check, king H1, queen H4 looks bad. Bishop E3 takes, knight takes E3 looks pretty bad. Yep, completely busted. Completely lost, right? Do I even have a move here? What about queen D3? Queen D3. That is really the only move I could come up with in this position. Says a lot, doesn't it? And king E2. Queen F6. And if H3, where's he putting his knight? Oh, maybe he's not putting it anyway. Knight C3, that's the move, right? Knight C3. Bishop F5. Queen F3 here. Or knight E4. I don't know, it just all feels so hopeless. Queen F3. I doubt I'm ever surviving this position. Ever, ever, ever surviving this position. Queen G6. Okay. And now if H3... What's going on? I've also got like no time left. Ah, he wants to do that. Right, I understand. I want to play knight takes C7, check. Has there been a more obvious threat in history? Maybe I can do it anyway. No, I can't. Oh God, this position is so bad. Bishop E3. I've got 20 seconds. He's got a million minutes left. It's so gross. I can't even calculate what's happening. And he's got tons more time. So takes, queen takes, maybe I have to go king takes if knight takes E3. Because queen takes G2 is bad. So king takes, oh my God, queen G5 check is just over. Bishop E6, what's that about? I want to I'm just going to take this guy. Rook takes f3, bishop d7 check. Just completely losing. Check. And takes. Knight e3, king e3. Queen takes c2. Queen g5 is okay. King e3. I have to play like crazy now. Queen c2, rook g1, g5 is winning for him. And then I've got h4 at least. Try and make a game of it. King e7 is probably very good here. Queen b2 is also very good. Takes, check. If he gives another check, I'm going to go back to e3 and play rook a d1. Yeah, that's a good move. Rook a b1. Yeah, this is completely over. But it was an interesting game at least. Also, I've got 7 seconds, so... Check. Oh, he really let me back in there with that move. He's going to give me a load of checks now. I'm just going to take a load of pawns. Ah! I'll go to g6. Go! Bishop g4. I'm completely winning. It's unbelievable. I've got 8 seconds. I've got no time. No time! Shame. Managed to get a winning position after all of that. Good opening though, what he played there, because, yeah. All right, let's play. Was it Fist and Phileas that I didn't play? Let's play this chap here. Fist and Phileas. Fist and Antilles. Here we go. D4, D5, something a bit more sensible. All right. Knight 3. And is it going to be a stonewall? Don't let it be a stonewall. Okay, dc4. It's going to be... I don't know what it's going to be. Some kind of Slav. Bishop b4. And it's going to be a note boom. A note boom. AKA the sonic boom. I want to be creative. These are all so theoretical, these positions, but it's hard to be creative here. Let's take. Now he's threatening this guy. Yeah, I can't even be creative. It sucks. That's the move, isn't it? That's the move. Take advantage of the fact that his knight is not yet developed, but yeah, I didn't really know what I was going to do against knight f6. Queen d4, e d5. Queen d4 with rook takes a7. Might be interesting for like 1 second of my life. E d5, queen e5 check is nonsense. E d5, maybe I can even castle queenside. I have to think of something to do against e d5. Rook a7, knight c6, rook a8, queen a8 is just over. So e d5, e d5. Ah, he didn't do it. So now he's given me a bit of momentum. So how do I take advantage of this? I think I just castle long here. And if he castles short, I think I'm going to just go g4 and off to the races. Or even knight e5 followed by knight g4 is interesting. I don't know whether I want to go g4 or knight e5. Let's go knight e5. That's a bit of a tricky move. There's no way of him getting rid of my queen from d4 just yet. And if e d5, I want to go knight g4, he can go knight d7, then take back on d5. Okay, and what happens after knight g4? I could have taken on d7 there and played g4, but now at least I'm threatening I'm not sure what I'm threatening, actually, if I'm honest. I'm actually threatening anything. E5. Now, I thought he might do that. So I'm going to take. He's going to go rook E8. I'm going to go queen G3. He's going to take on E4 with the rook. And then I'm going to pray. Because I think I'm still completely lost. It's really unfortunate. But he has got like 30 seconds less. Yeah, I'm still completely lost. But where there's a will, there's a way. Harry the H-pawn. He never let me down. Bishop takes D5. H5. Still losing. Yeah. I don't mind him going H like this with B4, because now I can put my bishop. Okay, and let's get rid of that rook. That was an absolutely appalling move, what I just played. He's got knight takes d4. Ah, queen d8. Okay. Bishop d5, rook d5, queen d5, bishop f6, gf6, queen takes f6, queen g5, check. But then I can take and play g4. It's probably a draw, amazingly. He's done this, which is kind of surprising. Ah, but now it's kind of surprising. Now we're back in business. Now we are back in business. Because the g file is open. I could have taken on f6. I don't know what I'm doing. Literally, I've got no idea what I'm doing. Queen. Oof. Feels like it should be losing. It's amazing. Queen g3, knight takes h5. How can I not be winning this position? Queen h2 followed by... I don't know. I need to make a move. Yeah, that's good. Knight takes h5. Oof, hate that move. Here or something. Prey moves the knight. Okay, now we need tricks. Are there any tricks? Probably no tricks. Mate. Oh, that was abysmal from me. All right, let's carry on. David Youngster. I don't think I played David Youngster from the Netherlands. David Youngster. If you're watching, come and give me a game of chess. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. I've been playing for an hour and 50. I'll play for another 15 minutes, a sort of bonus. Normally I only do this for an hour because I start to lose all my games, but at least it's been interesting. E4. Okay, let's play a Sicilian again. It's been Sicilian day. Knight f3, d6. Let's see what he does here. Is he going to play a mainline? C3, the Kopek system. Knight f6. The old h3. Now, I would love to take on e4. Unfortunately, I can't. Because of queen a4 check. Now I'm threatening knight takes e4. I quite like this setup for black, where you immediately... But we've got something similar to a bishop b5 check Sicilian, except that white's got loads more tempi. Why did I never play this? Strange. I probably have to go e5 at some point. Or queen c7. He's going to play knight f1. And then I'm going to go rook c8. And pray he doesn't see c takes d4. Rook c8. Praying he doesn't see c takes d4. Ah, he saw it. Okay, but now I can go takes and d5. The classical reaction. And if e5, knight e4. And knight d2, alright. Now the question is, do I want to go f5? I kind of do want to go f5. I just fancy a bit of... Because if ef6, I've got the other knight coming to f6. And if he doesn't take on f6, then I've got a bit of a beast on e4. So I think he has to go ef6. Knight f6. And the problem is he goes knight e5. I'm wondering if knight takes f2 works. King takes f2. Knight g4, double check. King back to g1. Knight takes e5. No, it doesn't seem to work. So knight e5 might be a serious move. But then I can take on d2 and play knight e4 again. Oh, I really want to play knight takes f2 here. Just doesn't work though, right? It's so unfortunate. So then that means I have to take on d2. It's like, and put the other knight on e4. Rook c1. Well, rook c1 might very well work here. No, he took first. Okay. Rook c1, queen d6. Alright. Now I've got a square at least for queen or bishop on d5. So queen d5, bishop e3 is probably going to be the move. e3 is the kind of move I'd like to play, but I don't quite believe it. So we'll put the... Ah, he's threatening bishop b4, so put the queen on d5. Why didn't I take on d4? Why didn't I take on d4? What's going on? I'm really not on form at all today. I could have taken on d4. You might want to try and get all the rooks off here, which is fine, I think, for me. Bishop d6. You can take queen anywhere, but I've got all the squares covered along the c-file. Something like this move. And he can't get in on the c-file, which is decent news for us. But then again, I'm not actually threatening anything. Knight c6 here, but where are you going after this move? Now probably has to exchange queens because the a pawn's hanging. But I think this ending might be a bit unpleasant for him, yeah. The question is, do I play bishop e2? Bishop e2 might be a good move. Then f3 anyway. See, I want to go bishop d5. My heart says bishop d5. I just have to make some moves quickly here. f3, b5, and yeah, it's probably a draw, but you know, two bishops control a lot of stuff. I'm managing to play terribly, by the way. And I'm just going to try and flag him, basically, whilst not losing. I am really doing well. I mean, to lose this position is quite astounding. I mean, I've completely botched it. Completely messed this up. Oh my goodness, I'm dropping everything. It's just unfortunate that he's got no time. Unlucky, David. You deserved it. Deserved a draw at least there. Alright, another 10 minutes. Let's see who we got. We've got Mr. Tarjei Svensson. Mr. Tarjei Svensson. Hello, sir. Tarjei, one of the most well-known Norwegian bloggers and writers. And I don't know what I'm going to play. I'm going to play a few random moves against Tarjei, see what happens. Okay. He's going to go d5 here or b6. And we've got a kind of... I don't know what we've got, actually. I'm going to play a few moves. Basically, I know there's one move I'm going to play in this position as soon as he allows me to do it. If he goes bishop e7, he's gone d5. That's a shame. As soon as he goes, now I'm going to take. Can I take and take on f6? Is that takes, take? No, can't do that. So I have to go e3. He's going to go bishop e7. And now I want to go a3. I'm going to play this like a Sicilian, except that I'm going to put something on f5. That's my idea. If he goes g6 to stop f5, I'm going to go h4. I've already decided. Not that it's any great threat, knight to f5 here, but you're all asking, why did I play a3? I'm asking myself the same question. No, the idea was that I didn't want any knight to come to b4, ever. Mr. Svensson, your move. Rook e8, okay. Now, of course, there's only one follow-up to this. Knight f5 and g4. Terrible, but against Tarje, I feel like I must do it. Should we just do it? Should we just do it? Let's just do it. Knight f5. If he goes d4, I'm going to go rook g1. If he doesn't go g4, d4, I don't know what I'm going to do. My position's pretty horrendous, but, you know, such is life. Rook g1, d4, rook g1. Rook g1, d4, and then what? Yeah. Now bishop to d3 maybe, something like this, was my idea. Problem is I'd love to get this knight out, and it's stupid. Who put this pawn on a3? That was a silly idea. Well, now we can take. Now we can go. I didn't like that move. Now we can go d3. The knight will go back probably. And I will go knight somewhere. Alright. And now what happens if I go yeah, he was kind of threatening a few things there. He might go g6. He might go g6. I'm still in terrible shape. Alright, knight c6, knight d2. I have to get some pieces out. Knight e5 is coming, maybe. Not sure. Queen g5, alright. And if knight f3, queen f4 is the idea. Let's castle. Let's actually get castled. It's always a nice feeling. g6, no threats. King b1. No threats. He's on the long diagonal. Knight e5. Oof. Of course. I want to punish this so much. Let's go bishop c1. Let's pretend that we're going to attack his queen with a nasty double attack. Actually, it probably is a threat. f4 might be winning on the spot. Queen takes f4, knight c4, something like this. It's never easy. A knight on f5, it is worth one pawn. Kasparov was right, especially in Blitz. So he's gone back now. Okay, and now if I get the boys rolling with f4, knight c6, you know, I'm gonna let him take my knight, because I'm gonna take back and play queen g2, and there's no way to stop. Knight b5. Okay, trying a little something over there, Mr. Svensson. 18 seconds. It's unfortunate for him. I'm going to go knight g5. Doesn't look like it threatens anything, but actually queen c4 is huge. Oh, come to Papa. Open that g file for me one time. Oh, knight e6 check, queen c4 check. This one looks devastating. Unfortunate for Tarje there. Yeah. Thank you, Tarje, sir. All right. We've got one more game. Or rather, I say I've got one more game left in me. It's been a long little session. We'll try and play somebody. Let's play Chess Udo I played last week. He was too much. We have got, hold on, who have we got here? Someone rated 2657 was here. That has disappeared. 2690. Salomon wants a rematch, but I can't play him. Bluesy, I've played Wayne. I've played Journey to 2500. There we are. Journey to 2500. Who is a premium member, but we don't know who he is. This is going to be my last game of the day. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for joining me. D4, D5, C4, and another Slav. And we'll play this G3 line that everybody seems to be playing nowadays. I still don't understand anything about it, but DC4, Bishop G2, and they normally, Bishop B4. Okay, we'll castle. Castles. We'll try and win the pawn back immediately with knight E5, because we're chickens. A5. And if we win the pawn back, what's going on? Black's probably absolutely fine here. Knight D7. But I kind of have halted any B5 or A4 stuff going on. Knight B6, knight back to E5. Knight D5, bishop D2. All of this looks fairly standard, fairly normal. I want to go E4. I feel like I am, knight D7, knight D3. Try and keep the pieces off when the position is slightly... try and keep the pieces on, I should say, when the position is slightly... when your opponent's got less space. Now I feel like I've got... Okay, this was good by him. Knight B4. Now the problem is if I take... Probably he's going to... So let's just play bishop E3. Clear my lines. And maybe a bit better. It's a bit passive. What's black doing with his bishop on C8 in this position? Doesn't look clear to me that he's going to be doing anything. So I think I've got a slight advantage here. Really, the next part of this game is where I don't excel, and where there are certain players in history who, the likes of Carlsen and Karpov and various others, who really understand how to maneuver in this position and what to do. How to increase the advantage in many ways. He might, it takes. I'm wondering if he's going to go knight E5 or knight C5 here. Knight E5, I've got queen E2. Okay, he didn't do that. So he went B6, but now E5 is screaming out to be played. Surely. Oh my god, he's got knight takes E5 and he's got bishop A6. What's funny about that is I actually said knight E5, didn't I? Before. Yeah, that's really embarrassing. Amazingly, have I got knight B5 here? This move, if it works, I'll be shocked. No, it's just what am I doing? I'm putting myself in a pin. What's going... Rook C8, I can resign. Oh no, rook C8, rook FC1. Knight takes E5, queen E2. CB5, AB5 takes bishop C8, wins. Knight C5, but now I've got queen C2, no? Or queen E2 again. Queen E2, knight B3. And then I'm giving the exchange. There's no way I'm not giving the exchange after knight B3. Amazing. Takes. Now I can... Let's just take this way. What am I thinking about? Okay, well, I have to do this. 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 Queen D5 check. Good move. Good move. And probably I should draw this, but knowing me, I'm probably going to lose it, right? Rook C6. My queen does a good job of protecting B5, E5, and B2. It's kind of the only saving grace here. I have got active rooks, though. I shouldn't be too... Now I want to go... Why did I do that? I wanted to go here. This was my grand idea. Okay, I'm going to take. And I was going to say I've got the 7th. I've got the 7th, but... Rook b2. Oh my god, rook d8 and I can lose. Okay. Oh my god. This sucks so much. Oh my god. I've just got no squares. Yeah, he's going to try and win, which he should rightly try. And the way to do it is to do what he's doing. Where's he going to put the king? Going to bring the king round. Ooh. I have to really try and flag him here. Ah, he's gone here. Okay. Now he's got this pawn, h-pawn. Oof, this is horrible. This is really going to be a flagging job, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me for not talking while I try and flag this poor chap. No, he flagged me easily. Think that's a good time to end. Pretty knackered after that little session, but I hope you enjoyed it. A few wins, few losses as per normal. Some interesting games. Yeah. Some nice sacrifices by me. Some great games by my opponents. Hope you've enjoyed it. And join me in the next session of Banter Blitz here at Chess24. And remember to... I'm just seeing in the chat here, my opponent said he almost had a heart attack and if he nearly lost that one. So did I. Journey to 2500. Keep your eyes out for the next live sessions that we have here on Chess24 and have a great evening. Hope you had fun like I did. Cheers.